Oh, oh. Welcome to Say It Larry J. I am your host, Larry J. Funday Friday, everyone. Also, not only just Funday Friday, this MLK Martin Luther King weekend. Some of you are off on Monday, like me. So come on in. So I got me some Welch's juice. Cheers to everybody. Oh, when I tell you that juice hit the spot, I want to bought me some more today. How have y'all week been? I see somebody out there. But how have y'all week been? Well, I'm gonna start off this song. I believe the children are our future. Teach them when and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us how we used to. We're gonna remix this song. I believe the children are our future. Do we really believe some of these children are our future? Like that dude yesterday that rammed into that wall. Teach them when and let them lead the way. Go in some of these schools, you'll see it. Are the schools leading the way? Are the children leading the way? Some of them, anyway. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Somebody in that school system saying bump the beauty they possess inside and the beauty and all, because I'm fixing to retire. Show them all the beauty they possess and give them a sense. Teachers, you're supposed to be giving them a sense of, ooh, my bad. You can't too much give them a sense of pride because they having a teacher shortage. Let the children laugh. They laughing, they jumping on this, they turning over this, they flipping over this. Remind us how we used to. I remember how I used to be, but I didn't go in the classroom flipping over this and all of this stuff. I decided long ago, some of them teachers, they have decided they first and second year, this is not my career. So they're turning in their notices. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. And they making sure they don't walk in nobody's shadow because they turning in they notices. If I fail, no, I didn't fail. I just left. That's some of the thing. They just left. If I succeed, they're succeeding. Now, how I lead off starting in this song? Because I came across this article. This article, it was from Washington somewhere. But it was talking about there's a teacher shortage in the land. And they was talking about, some places they have instead of small classrooms, because if you're not familiar with like the school system, really for students to get the proper education they need, you need a somewhat small classroom. I would say you can manage classroom management. You can manage, depends on the class, about 15, 20 students, something in that nature, excuse me. But if you have a teacher shortage and your classroom is going from 15, 20 to about 40, 50, because for example, I remember I went to one school. I'm not gonna call their name. And this it was a extra curriculum class. It was business education. And the person that was in there, they just left. They just left. And I was like, well, why did they leave? And they was like, because that was what the teacher said. Cause just to let y'all know, them teachers be talking now. So the teachers say they left because They had a classroom about, it was between 50 to 70 students. And so some of the students that couldn't fit in some of the regular class, they just stuck them in business education. And and I know it was true because I remember one class I had, that class had about 35 to 40 students in it. And it shouldn't have had 35 to 40 students in it. Why? Because it was a middle school. And it was mixed. And I knew some of the things were some of the things were violations because some of the students that I had in the class were special needs students. Now, now when there are special needs students in the class, there's supposed to be another teacher. How about I was the only teacher in there? And I was subbing the class. And I went to the lady. I said, "Where's the other teacher?" And she looked at me. The other teacher? I say, "Yes. There's supposed to be another teacher in here because there are special needs students in here." She said, "Well, Mr. J, I'm gonna tell you the truth." She said, I see that you picked that up, so you must have some experience. Yeah, I have experience with special needs students. That's how I know two teachers supposed to be in the class. It's supposed to be the regular teacher and the teacher that is teaching special needs. And I said, "Well, okay." I said, and she said, "Well, yeah, there's supposed to be another teacher, but because we don't have many teachers, well, we just have to do the best that we can." That means we have to violate guidelines. So the article was, and that's why they desperate. And this is what some of you don't have no career, even though I'm talking about this a teacher shortage. This is somebody's job opportunity out there because they're having. But make sure when you go in there, don't be like one of the ladies that I was actually next door to her classroom, and we was outside while the class were changing, and she said, "I get so tired of these mother effers." They had left, but they was in the classroom. And I'm saying to myself, this lady just say anything. She almost like told the girl, she said, "If you don't sit you," and she caught herself because she about to tell the girl to sit her A down. And I looked at her, and at the end of class, I said, "Well, you almost like to slipped up there." She said, "I'm so sorry." She said, "You just don't know what these little demons do to me." Talking about some, oh. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what have you decided? Are you thinking about a career change?" I threw that out there. She said, "Well, I think it's best for me to go teach elementary school." Why? I mean, because elementary school, I don't know why people think it depends on the classroom you get. But piggyback. So if you're deciding to go and you trying to decide, make sure you want to teach. Because the teachers, they have a shortage out here in the land and they desperately need teachers. I don't know why they talking about they desperately need teachers because they sure haven't did anything for their gates to make it, kind of where you can pass along. But they desperately need teachers because here goes some of the benefits. They'll pay for you to go as long as you're going to get your degrees in education, secondary education, early education, some form of education. They well, mostly secondary education. So I think is yeah, secondary education. Secondary education is middle grades in high school, 6th grade through 12th grade. Early education, I think is kindergarten through fifth or third through fifth. I think it's one of them. So they will pay. They will get, they have, now you have to talk with them about it. But if you go into a lot of these schools and look up, they're giving stipends for you to actually go and major in, actually get your degree in education because that's how bad they desperately need teachers. And then if you pass certain parts of the gates, like if you pass the program's admission, what they'll do, they'll bring you in, but they'll give you like 3 years to take your content level, and you have to pass it at the professional level, and for you to be certified. And they'll give you 3 years to do it. They bring you in to teach because they desperately need teachers. So for some of you out there that you just want to change your, make sure you want to teach. Again, that's why I keep emphasizing it because what happens, people think it's glam and glitter. Oh, I think I want to teach. And then they get in there because they be off on all the summers. They have, matter of fact, you can't tell when they be off. It seems like every 2 weeks they being off. Every month, every 2 weeks. Next month, a week. Next month, probably a week or two. Next month, a week or two. Next month, oh, oops, school about to be out halfway of the month. So, seem like, and that's why some people get into it until they find out it ain't all what it paying out to be, especially if you don't like kids. And if your heart is not passionate for teaching, you have to know about classroom management, and people have different learning styles. You can't go in that classroom and just teach everybody the same. Everybody don't learn the same. Then you got to put up with the administration because they putting pressure on you. Like, why is Sean in here failing? It's your fault. You can't teach. What are you doing wrong? You need to fix that. So now, as a teacher, you got to come in to cover your butt. You got to come in early and leave late because you got to make sure all children, no children left behind. That's why many of them are being promoted. They still left behind, but they just being promoted. We ain't gonna leave y'all behind. We just gonna promote you, whether you fail the class anyway. So that's why they desperately need teachers, and that's also why they're trying to get the retired teachers, the vets, the ones that teach passionate for teaching until they went in, they start changing the curriculum and gearing it towards that benchmark test. So they trying to get a lot of the vet teachers that have retired to come back. Oh, you can come back. We'll give you your regular salary back. Plus, you get to keep your retirement. Allegedly. So if you're interested in teaching, find the proper school that you want to teach at. Make sure you do your research on them schools because all of them ain't the same. And apply. They will be glad to grab you in and hug you with open arms. They may even hire you without being certified. Oops. How about today? Now I had already came up here and told y'all what happened yesterday. How about today? I'm up here. What it was? I was driving, and I had went to this cookie shop to pick up me some cookies, and I'm going full speed ahead. And this lady in her Mercedes Benz. Usually, when you see somebody coming, especially if they up on you, you wait till they go by. This lady, she, you can hear her wheels skid as she spin out in front of me. I had to pause. My computer didn't freeze. I just had to pause. But she spins out in front of me and she give me the hand like, oh, thank you. I'm like, lady, I ain't had no choice because if I would have actually kept going like I was going, I would have knocked you where you were going. But then I was thinking, I said, you know who should have been? It should have been old dude from yesterday been driving. How he was hitting that gas. Oh, he would have did her just like he did that wall yesterday. I said, where is he at? Because he would have definitely did it. I don't know. And I was sitting up there thinking today, actually just a while ago. I was like, well, maybe because I was looking, I saw he wear glasses. As you can see, I wear glasses, but I hate to see it. But I was thinking, I was like, maybe he may wear a stronger prescription than I do, and maybe things just seem to appear far off until he get on them, or it was like a blur. I just think I couldn't figure that out because when I tell you, it was like somebody stomping the gas through that parking spot. I mean that parking lot, and when he went to turn up in there, and I still can't fathom it right now. And he turned up in there and he stomped that gas and slammed right into that wall. He should have been the one that was coming when she pulled out there. Hmm. Speaking of MLK, I had someone send me, it was a family relative. I had a family relative send me an email about MLK weekend. I didn't read it. I just saw it was from the family relative. I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't know he sent. I didn't even. I was like, like he do know Martin Luther King was a black man, right? So I got on the phone with my mama. I say, did you get the? Did you get the email that he sent? What should I name him? Hmm. I'm trying to think of that name to name him. Benjamin. Benjamin just keep coming up. And so she told me I didn't get the email. I said I got it, but I didn't really look at it. I said, but it was puzzling to me that he do know Dr. Martin Luther King was a black man, right? She was like, she told me some. That's what I said, because I didn't think, because he was black, that he would kind of. And she was like, your guess is good. I said, but when I see her talk to him again, I'm going to ask him about that email. And I'm going to ask him about, you do know Dr. Martin Luther King was a black man, right? Because he's probably going to say, more than likely, he probably going to say, yes, I know Dr. Martin Luther King was black. And most of my reply going to be, like it usually be, oh, because I didn't think you liked black people. And I didn't definitely think you like him because, y'all don't have like the same beliefs. So why you like him again? I said, I'm going to ask him. It's just food for thought. Well, I've been on here for my 10 minutes. So thank you so much for tuning in to Say It Larry J. I am your host, Larry J. And you all have a great night. I'm probably going to go out there and see. I have to be careful with going out there because, sometimes when you people watch, you end up seeing things like what I saw yesterday when old boy slammed into that wall. And so I try to be mindful when I be people watching because you don't want to let too much go up in your eye gauge. Good night. Thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a great weekend. I'm quite sure I'll be talking to you all. Depends on. It's cold out there anyway. I was thinking about going. Now I was supposed to be getting off, but that's how they end up working. But I was supposed to be going out there. That's how I end up going out. I was trying to get back in the house today because the wind is blowing and it's cold out there. I'm like, if I go out there right now, the wind probably blow me away. And then I have my heat. I had this high light bill. Probably this light bill is probably high because I be burning my heat. That's what me and my mama was talking about. Because she was talking about she had on the heat. I said, you don't have on no heat. She may have that thermostat up there that say on heat. Ain't no heat on. Not in her house. I have on the heat. It ain't up as like it should be. But I was like, you know what? I said, yeah. She told me, I said, yeah, my light bill is high up there. She told me, I'm trying not to get, I don't like them type of light bills. I said, but I like to be comfortable. I'm not trying to have I'm not trying to put my heater thermostat on 60 degrees where it turn on for 3 minutes and then it turn back off and then it be off for a whole hour and a half. Then it turn back on for 3 minutes, be off for another whole hour and a half. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. So right now it's on, but you all have a great night and thank you for tuning in. And Adam said it, and then I jump into another conversation. Y'all have a good night. Bye.